Hi everyone, my name is Kauaya, the Cherokee Queen, and today I'm going to be showing you how to take raw fibers from an animal or plant and turn them into spun yarn. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, the first step to do this without equipment, because the only piece of equipment or tool that I use is my spindle, and you can see that it's very full. So today it's gonna be harder to use it, but this thing is really heavy. It is packed like a rock, so you can see that. Now, I've been spinning for about 2 to 3 weeks on and off. So less than a month I've been spinning, and I'm able to do this with no equipment. So I've got my raw alpaca fibers here. It'd be nice if you can get a hide or alpaca fiber or any type of fiber that is very clean, low dandruff, all of that, whatever young animal, low that. And that is the way that you will be able to do this with minimal tools. Now, if it's a lower quality hide, because you know, alpaca is known as the fibers of the gods, Milo, excuse me, then it will be harder to do this. So, yes. Now, basically, you want to separate the fibers into a roving or a long fluffy strip, which can be spun easily. So you want to kind of get the knots out. Now let me get closer. Okay. So what you want to do is you've got this ball and you kind of just want to undo it in a line. So you're trying to make a long line of fiber. Pull lightly at it. Do not separate the fibers because the whole point is to keep them joined. Now if they do fall apart, don't worry too much because you can put them back together. It's kind of like doing weave. If you ever woven your hair, you would know. And that's why melanin queens will be the best at this. And I encourage all of my beautiful brown queens to try it. Now, as you can see, it went from being a ball of this, which I unrolled carefully. You know, you've got to kind of get an eye for it. You got to look for, you know, where the fiber wants to come apart and where it wants to connect. And you go based off of that. Now that you've had your long fiber, this is a roving to me, and we're going to spin it. Now, be weird because these things can be dirty sometimes because this is unwashed fiber, and it's not extremely dirty. There's not much coming off of it, but when you spin it for hours, your hands are gonna be dusty. Now, because this, keep in mind, this is a real fiber. It came off of an animal. So, now that we've got our spindle, you're gonna wanna tie a knot to the spindle when you first start. But since I'm already started, so just tie a tight knot on it and then leave enough room for it to go like this. Well, let me show you how to start it from scratch. So scratch that. All right. Yes, scratch that part. We're gonna start it from scratch. Okay, the way to spin it from scratch is you got your roving now. Now, depending on how you want it, how thick you want it to be, I'm gonna get it a little closer. Depending on how thick you want it to be, that's how much you're gonna put onto the hook. Now, just put a little section onto the hook, and it will catch. And then you're gonna spin it, okay? All right, so let's do that. And spin, and you see it's catching. Now it's got a knot on it. Now, this knot is very thin, it's probably gonna break, but I just wanted to show you. Okay. Now, we're gonna do it again. I like to hold it like this. I like to take this one over one hand and the other one over the other. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, huh? I'm not that good at directions. Okay, now, spin. Okay, you gotta spin to it, all right. Now you want to leave enough room in between your legs so you can hold it. I like to do it the Navajo style, even though this isn't a Navajo spindle. But the Navajo style is basically where you manually spin it with your hand instead of letting it drop. I like to have control over it, so that's why I do it this way. And I spin. Okay, and spin. And now I've got this, and that's how you spin a piece of yarn. Okay, now, as you can see, it has fallen off, so I'm going to show you how to reconnect it. So let me get close again. All right, it's falling off. It does this quite often without tools, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ooh, okay, that part broke. Well, it didn't break, but you know, it didn't have tension. So with this, you gotta keep the tension or so it will fall off. Now, once you've done this and your spindle hasn't been started yet, you're gonna take this, you're gonna tie it around the pole right here, a tight knot, and then you're gonna wrap around like this and keep spinning. And that's how you spin. Now, we're gonna go back to where I've been at, which is very deep down the rabbit hole. And again, you're gonna wrap around your spindle to give it some tension, and then you're gonna go right back to spinning. Okay, now you see I have this piece, and you're gonna wanna connect that to the other piece of yarn or roving that you've got. In order to connect it simultaneously, you really wanna kinda like join them together like weave, if you were doing your hair or something, and now you've got it like this. Now that it's combined, you're gonna spin it all together into one piece and boom. Now this piece is connected. Although it's not doing the best right now because, of course. Now, when you're done and you've got it like arm's length, you're gonna take it off the spindle and you're gonna wrap it around. I like to do a cross, so I like to do an infinity cross so that it stays on there real nice. And then sometimes I just wrap it around the top. But really, you just wanna wrap it in a way that's tight. Like this thing, there's no bounce to it. There's no squeeze. Now, I made the mistake when I first started of giving it a bounce. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you how to process it once it's on the spindle. Okay, so the first method is to take this. You're gonna cut a line into the cardboard toilet roll. You're gonna place the yarn inside and you're just gonna wrap it. You're gonna wrap it this way, then the other way, you're gonna wrap it. And this is called winding. You're gonna wind the yarn, okay? Now this is the option, you're gonna get a ball of yarn like that. And then once you're done with the ball of yarn, you kinda wanna take it onto a table leg that's like this, and you're going to wrap it around. And that's expanding the yarn, okay? And then once you take the expanded yarn, now that it's been wrapped, it's going to look like this. Now, never release the tension until it's been fully processed, or else the yarn will fall apart. Okay, now that it's wrapped around the table legs or chair legs like this, preferably straight legs that will come off easily, never release the tension, okay? You're gonna take it, you're gonna make it into, what are these things called? Oh, a skein. Yes, you're gonna make it into a skein. Okay. Okay, now the way you make it in a skein is by twisting it downwards, going like this, and tucking it in. Mind you, there's more detailed videos on all of this on YouTube, but I'm just trying to give you the gist. Now you've got your skein, okay? It's gonna look much tighter than this when it's brand new. Then you're gonna dip it in warm water. This will set the yarn, just like when you dip your weave into hot water, it sets the braid from coming undone. Just like that. You're gonna put it in warm water, okay? Squeeze the water out nice and softly, not too hard. Okay, dip it again. Okay, dip it again. Okay, now leave it in the water for a bit, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? Come back, get all the water out that you can, leave it to dry, okay? Don't mess with it when it's brand new. All right, now leave it overnight. And once you come back, it will still be a little damp. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna undo it like this. And you're gonna pull it because it will still be curly. You gotta straighten it because you wanna get all your yardage. You wanna get every inch. You're gonna pull it, okay? And you're gonna keep doing that every few hours, just whenever you remember to do it, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. And then eventually it will go from looking like a pile of shit to looking, pile of poop, to looking like yarn. Okay? Gonna do the skein again. Take this one, tuck it into the other. It's very simple. And you got your skein. Now this is my first skein. No, actually, this is my second skein. This is my first. Can you tell the difference? This one's much more fuzzy. This one's much more refined. And this one's gonna be, my second one's gonna be even more refined. Now my goal is to make a 100% alpaca scarf, and those things run like $120. All my supplies cost me $50, and I have enough to make 2 scarves. So you do the math. Now, I'm gonna show you a little time lapse of me spinning, or I might not even clip it, because honestly, editing is not the move. But okay. Now that we've got that, so looks pretty good. Okay. We've got this. Don't wear clothes that you plan on taking outside, or like you need to use them, because this stuff does have dust coming out of it and stray hairs that are very annoying, kind of like cat hairs. But it is really worth it. That's all. And so, yeah, just watch me spin. You're gonna pull the tension. I've even got, I don't know. Yeah, I'm here. I don't even. And that's how you do it. Okay. Let me know if you all need a more detailed video, because I don't know if this video got all into the depths of it. If you need a more detailed video, definitely let me know. But I just really wanted to show you it's possible. You don't need a lot of tools. Trust me, our ancestors did it without. And yeah, this is an important survival skill. That is one of the foundations of human history, so there we go. All right, thanks for watching.